guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam Maulana. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining me today. If you're an oldie but a goodie, you know I love you, I appreciate you. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about how I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you're probably thinking, girl, you've been pregnant. Okay. Why did it take you so long to tell us the story? And the reason is 2020 has just been a lot, and we all know this. Okay, I just wanted to enjoy my pregnancy. I think out of work and the limelight. What limelight do I have? But you know what I mean. Like, once I put it out there, it's a thing that we start talking about, and I just wanted some time to myself to enjoy this experience before I put it out there and started talking about it, because I know myself, I would want to talk about it every single minute of every single day. So I just wanted some time to enjoy a baby by myself. Okay, so today is the 9th, where, how can I forget this? Today's the 9th of July and my due date is tomorrow. So I am 40 weeks on the dot tomorrow, and we are expecting that I go into labor. I could go into labor right now whilst I'm talking to you guys, because my due date is tomorrow. So this is how long it's been. This is how pregnant I've been. Okay, so to actually get into the story, was my pregnancy planned? Nope. And I'm not saying that like in a negative way, but it just wasn't planned. Like, I've been having sex for a minute. I hope my mom doesn't watch this video. She knows, obviously, but I hope she doesn't. I don't know. I feel like every time people see you pregnant, they're like, oh, you be doing the nasty. Oh my god, you guys are having sex. So and also I'm old, like, not old, but like, I'm just at that point where, yeah, no guys, like, listen, I'm 28 years old, turned 28 this year, and let's just say I've seen a lot of Christmases. Yeah, so last year, about October, November, okay, so I was on the pill for a very long time. I've been there for a minute. One of the reasons why I went onto the pill was because I had dysmenorrhea. For those of you that don't know what dysmenorrhea is, it's those people that suffer from severe period pain where you can't move, you can't do anything. I used to have to go to the hospital for actual like morphine injections when that time of the month came along, and in some cases I would go for 8 days twice a month. So my period would start, let's say, on the 1st and end on the 8th. And then lo and behold, around like, let's say, the 24th, my period comes again, and I go for another 8 days. Like, it was just so hectic. So then the doctor ended up prescribing that, you know what, maybe you should try going onto the pill so that it can normalize and just regulate your period, and then we'll see how that goes. It worked. Now I had like a proper what do you call this, now I knew exactly when my period started, when it ended. 3 days, I was done. Deuces to my period. And then, so I'd been on it for like a while. And then last year, which was 2019, I think I was still on the pill, but then because I don't like changing the pill, because I realize sometimes when I do, I've tried it before, and the one that I changed to, even though it was like the same thing, I guess because it's maybe differs, maybe one ingredient differs or something, I didn't like the way the other pill made me feel. So as a even though the doctor tried to get me something that was almost the same to what I was taking before, so as a result I just decided to stick to what I knew and what my body knew and what my body liked. So every single time that I get the pill, I get it back, I'd get it from back home, which is Zim. For those of you that are new to my channel, hey, I'm Zimbabwean. So when these were prescribed, I was still like back home, and I've always gotten my pill from home, and sometimes I go home like every when I was in varsity, I used to go home every 6 months, or like, for instance, I'd buy like in bulk, so I'd buy for the year, or my mom would end up sending something would always happen and I'd always get my pill. But this time around, I got the pill, and then there was something happened, and there was like a delay in sending the pill. But so so I think there was like maybe a week that I didn't take the pill, that I was like off the pill. And I was just like, I was making sure, like, listen guys, I took precautions, but clearly they didn't work. I took precautions to make sure, precautions including abstinence in most cases. And then you know that if you've been off the, like it was abstinence when I was off the pill. Like I made sure, I remember this, okay, I remember. And then when I went back onto the pill, you know how they say you need to stay another 7 days without, I think it says 7 days, without using protection, whatever, or you might still be fertile, or like going back onto the pill could make you actually, like, you know. So I think that's when that happened. I think that's when my husband, who was back then my fiance, and I made a baby. And this was from my calculations, I think this was end of October, probably at end of October. And then did I not, because now it was December lights, as my friends and I like to call it, and everyone else really, because it was not December lights, we started December lighting. And December lighting means you party, girl, like you party, like ain't nothing to it. Like listen, I think people sometimes party more in November than they do in December. I know some people don't drink in November, but somehow my friends and I were on it.
Guy, Maggie. Yes.
Yes, bride to be. Yes. Wife material.
This is wife material, guys. 60 meters of wife material.
9.999 meters.
And it didn't help that my friends from here in PE took me to like a bachelorette getaway, and then my friends from Joburg, also in the same month, surprised me and took me to East London again for like a bachelorette getaway. And both of these were surprises, which I am so grateful for. And listen, I'm gonna put in clips so that you can see how much I was partying, in case you're like, fiction, this girl. I was partying. But the one thing that I was having issues is, I'm one of those people that wake up early in the morning. Like I wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, I'm up. And I will work till like midnight and wake up, like my body just wakes up on its own. It's got its own time, it's got its own clock. And I would always wake up early. But November was a struggle. Like even on days that I didn't drink, or days that I was just, that I wasn't drinking, so I wouldn't be hanging or anything, I just felt fatigued. Like I had severe fatigue, and I kept mentioning it, like, you guys, I feel so tired all the time, I feel so tired all the time. And I even told my mom, I was like, I feel so tired and I don't know what it is. This lady later on tells me that, when you used to tell me you felt so tired, I thought you were pregnant. And in my head I'm like, and you didn't say, well ma'am, try get a pregnancy test, like you just watched. And she's like, but I just thought it's none of my business. What did she say? She said something like she didn't want to, like, you don't want to be like, girl, I think you're pregnant. But my friends and I had like a running joke, like, what if I'm pregnant, guys? But we never took it seriously, because I was now back on the pill, like proper full time, right? And life was good. I didn't have any other symptoms. I wasn't puking, I didn't have morning sickness, I just felt tired. And then it's not a symptom, but it's some people say it's a sign for when you're pregnant. Then one random day I had my hair out and I was about to film a tutorial, and I was like, babe, my hair looks so thick and so juicy and just so good, I think I'm pregnant. And then he's like, oh, out here helping with the hair, like, you know, man. But like, again, didn't take it seriously. And then I went to, my friend surprised me, went to East London. I think that was like the week that I'd spoken about it, that my friends came, and they went to East London, we partied hard. Came back on the Monday, and the Monday I was just not myself. But again, because there was so much partying that was happening, I always thought it was because of the partying. So deep down inside I was like, maybe, dude, you been partying, like you drink every other day, almost every day, and you're not drinking like a glass of wine. Like you're going in with your friends, 8 bottles of wine in one night, and you wake up the next day and you expect to feel like what exactly? So there's always also that thing where I'm like, also the way you're living life right now, listen girl, your body's going to react. And there was also the issue of it's end of year, it's November, we've been working, we've been stressing, so maybe it's just like your body finally taking the hit. Okay, so this is, so I just want to get check something out and let you guys know my best friend. So when I came back from East London, that's when I decided, you know what, and then my husband was like, one of his friends or something was like, I think Miriam's pregnant, from a picture, and I was like, what is he trying to say about my body? I was even getting touched, like what the fuck? And then he's like, then I was like, you know what, actually what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna stop drinking until I take a test. Then I think Monday came around, I felt lazy to go to clicks, so I was just at home. Tuesday came around, I was like, babe, listen, this fatigue is going nowhere, you really need to go get a pregnancy test. So this was now the 4th of December. That's when I got a pregnancy test. And the first test I took, so I bought like these, I wanted a clear blue because I wanted results straight away. I just wanted to know if I was pregnant or if I wasn't. But I couldn't find it in the clicks closer to home. So I bought 2 of these. These are like the, not generic, but these are like the clicks brand tests. And so I bought 2. And then I decided to take the test at night. I'm just gonna zoom in because I still have this test and zoom it in. So the first time I took the test, there was like a faint, yo guys, faint is even, there was like a faint second line. And I was like, dude, there's a second line here. And you know how the test actually says, if no matter how faint the line is, you might be pregnant. And I was like, guy, so like the way we took it, I didn't even get, you know how sometimes you're like, oh, I want to surprise my mans. No, there was none of that. He was basically watching TV and I was like, okay, let me go take this test. And I was like, dude, there's a second line. And he's like, what do you mean? So what does that mean? And I was like, I think it means I'm pregnant, but like it's so faint, so now I don't know. And he's like, okay, so what now? But this guy is excited. Like you can see from his face, he's not trying to even be like, he's happy. He's so excited, and I'm still like in that space where I'm like, fuck, I'm pregnant? What? Jesus. So I'm still kind of like in that space. Then I decided, I drank water and I was like, I'm gonna go pee again. And he's like, is that how it works? I was like, no, I need to know. So I sent my friend, my best friend, this picture, and I was like, dude, can you, is there a line there? And she's like, what did she say? And then she's like, take the clear blue one, it's a bit blurry, so it might be a mistake. Then I was like, I took a second test last night, and then the second one had proper 2 lines. Like it wasn't hiding nothing, they were just proper 2 lines. And then she says, just get it. Then she's like, just get a second, just get the clear blue so you really know. Everything's gonna be fine though. You know, we're gonna be rich. I'm gonna be the rich aunt. Cool. Then so now I go to bed, but my husband is over the moon at this point. And I'm still like, I'm happy that I'm having a baby with the love of my life. I've been dating him since I was 14 years old. So it's been 14 years of dating this man. 13 of dating, almost 6 months of marriage. But I've known him for forever and I'm having a baby with him, so it's amazing. I'm happy about that. But I'm a planner, so I always wanted to plan my children. Like I wanted to plan when I get pregnant. I wanted to plan it and make sure that, you know, maybe you've even started a savings account, a trust fund for the baby, you know. That's how I wanted it to go around. And I still have certain things that I want to do that I was like, I want to do that first and get out of the way before I start building a family and having children. So now I was just caught in the space where I'm like, wow, being a mom means a lot. And I was also planning to travel this year. I want to go to China for some business. So now I was like, how do I go to China if I'm pregnant? Or how do I go now if the baby's still like brand new? That means 2020 is out in terms of traveling. Well, COVID made it happen anyway. So now that's like the space that I was just in. But I was also happy. And I mean, my husband's happiness was so contagious. Like, it was, wow, it was so much joy, you know. Then I got the clear blue, and the clear blue said 3+. So that means I was over 3 weeks pregnant. And I was like, sorry, what now? Then I went for my first test, and they don't do an ultrasound. Then he's like, to the doctor that I went to, he's like, it doesn't do ultrasounds or anything. However, I am pregnant. So they did like a pee test, and then they can get an ultrasound. But if you've taken 3 tests and they all say you're pregnant, you are pregnant. Like, I don't know what else you want to find out. Oh, wow, you guys. And I was like, no, that's not, like, I just wanted to be sure, you know, like, to be sure. And then, yeah, that's how it happened. That's how I found out I was pregnant. And all through first trimester, I'm obviously gonna do a video. I'm gonna do videos. I'm gonna do a first trimester, what do you call this? Not replay, but I'm gonna do a first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, just to tell you guys what I went through in all of these seasons of pregnancy and how it was for me personally. Obviously those videos I might end up filming them only after I've given birth, but considering my due date is tomorrow, which is the 10th, my expected due date is the 10th of July. So yeah, so that's how I found out I was pregnant. And then, wow, I remember another thing that had me hacked. Listen, I love my baby. I've enjoyed this experience. We were getting married traditionally. Like, our traditional wedding was in December, so we're getting married in December. And I had been buying booze, guys. I had been getting ready to party. Like, there was not, hey, I was prepared to party and celebrate, and I still celebrated, but people just ended up drinking my alcohol because I couldn't drink my own alcohol. But yo, I was just like, no, now look, we're just gonna get from marriage, and now we're gonna be parents. We're not gonna have time to enjoy each other. But after 13 years of dating, like, what enjoy each other do you want to do, really? It was being so dramatic. But yeah, I'm so happy to be pregnant, and I know I'm blessed to be, and I've had an amazing experience with my pregnancy. I think it happened at the time it was supposed to happen, and I've had so many. Like, my mom said to me, and I told her I was pregnant, she was like, because of my dysmenorrhea and all the problems that I used to have with, like, just periods and everything, she was like, I used to think you would have troubles getting pregnant, so you're so blessed. I'm so happy for you. And then it hit me that there are people that want to start families and that don't get an opportunity to do so, and then there's some that don't, and that's perfectly fine. I'm just glad that this had happened to me, and I get to be a mom to some little human that I am almost certain will look like me, boy or girl. So yeah, I am 40 weeks pregnant tomorrow. I'm 39 weeks and 6 days pregnant, and this has been the best time of my life. I am in love, you guys. Wow, I don't even know how to say this, but yeah, we're so happy and so excited to meet our little human. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. My next one is going to be on trimesters and what I packed in my bags and all of that. So I look forward to our chit chat sessions. Thank you so much. And I know it's disgusting that I still have these, but they're dry and they were in a plastic, and also I wanted to film this video. So deuces. Bye. Thank you.